both front indicators, one indicator on the wing, one brake light, one number plate light, and a rear side light. Hi there guys, welcome to another episode. Now today is a day I'm pretty excited about because it's the first time that this little red car gets an MOT for the last 4 years. I think 2019 was the last time it was MOT'd. So I want to get the car ready for its MOT. I don't want it to go there and fail on some strange small thing. As you'll have seen in this video, I've done the bottom arms and I've done the CV boots. If you have a look at this video, you'll see where I've done the springs on the rear. If you have a look at this video, you'll see where I've done the brakes as well. So I'm fairly sure that most of the underneath of the car is gone through. I'm quite happy with everything that's underneath the car. So like I say, I don't want it to fail on something stupid, like a light not working. I've already changed the wiper blades, I've already filled it up with washer fluid, things like that. So I already know that all of that stuff works. I know that the seat belts work, I know that the seats work, I know that I'm happy with pretty much everything apart from the lights. I've never actually gone through the lights. So that's what I'm gonna have a look at today. Well, that didn't go very well. I've checked the lights out and we're missing the following. So we'll start at the front here. We've got no indicator on that side. We've got no indicator on that side. We've got no indicator there either. We've got no brake light on this side. We've got no reverse light on this side. We've got no side light on this side. We do have an indicator though. We've got all the lights working on this side. We've got one number plate on that side working and one number plate on that side not working. Well, it does sound like a lot of bulbs that are not working. Now, I'm inclined to think that it's not a fuse. And the reason for that is both the front indicators don't work, but the rears work. One brake light works, but not the other one. One side light works, but not the other one. One number plate light works, but not the other one. The only thing that could be on a fuse is the reverse light, but I don't think it is. I think what's happened is the bulbs have been stood for so long, they've probably got that green kind of, I won't say mold, but you know, that green stuff that gets on the bulbs or whatever it is. So I think it's a matter of just replacing the bulbs. So I'm going to start at the front and work backwards. Now to get to the bulbs on this car, it's fairly easy on the right hand side of the car, which is that one, because I can get to the light bulb. But on this side is completely impossible to get to. There is no chance in this world that you can get to replace any bulb on that side without taking the air box off and the what looks like the inlet for the air there. So I think the easiest way to do this is to remove the whole light itself. It's only attached with that screw there, and then there's 2 screws underneath here, and that's the whole light taken out, and it's easy to get to. So that's what I'm going to do. So with the whole headlight assembly removed, it's easy to now get to the indicator bulb. So take away that cover and, oh, that's not been out for a while. And we can turn that light, and as we can see, these are these orange coloured bulbs, and as you can probably see on the film, there's not a lot of orange left on there. So we're going to replace this with a brand new bulb anyway, and hopefully that'll solve the problem on this side. It was a similar story on that side, although I could get to the bulb fairly easy. So I've already changed that one, it was no problem. This one, slightly more work. So a brand new bulb, put it back in there, and that just locks into place. Cover back on, and that headlight should be fine now. So we'll put the headlight back again, and then we can check the indicators and make sure everything's working as it should be.
go down to the back then, shall we?
So with the rear lights here, this side is really easy to get to. You can get the lights out from the back, no problem. That side, you can't. You have to remove the entire light. I don't know why Ford do that, but I'll show you why. So on this side, there's nothing to stop it. You press that little tab up there and the whole light unit comes out as one. Now there's nothing wrong with these lights, so I want to put it back in again. But the other side has this thing here. So it's the same thing. You pull on that little tab there, but then the entire light gets stuck on that one corner. And you can't actually maneuver it out of the way because the bulbs are sticking out, look. Even if I can get that to come out a slight bit, but then the bulb that's in there, the indicator bulb, it's then stuck in the way. So you can't get it out. And this thing seems to be stuck in place. I can't get that out either. Now this whole light, similar to the front, is 3 bolts. One there, and one there. So I'm going to remove them and remove the entire light section. So with the light out of the way, can now turn it around, and it's very, very easy now to get the lights out of there. So we're looking at 1 brake light bulb, 1 side light bulb, and 1 reversing light bulb. So I'm going to go and get some new bulbs and we'll replace them. So I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know if you can see it on camera, but looking around the bottom of that bulb, the bulb itself doesn't look to have actually blown. It is a bit black. The glass is slightly black on one side, but the bulb, I don't think, has blown. The filament inside there looks to be fairly in one piece, but it is fairly corroded around this terminal. And for the price of a bulb, I'm not even going to bother with that one. We'll just get rid of it. Okay, so 3 new bulbs in there. We can now put that back in there, and we can bolt this back into there, and we can then test the lights.
That's all the lights done. Let's go for an MOT.
Right, so let's get off to the MOT station and see what happens. First time since 2019. This is an exciting moment. We're on our way. Seems to be doing all right. It's been a bit jumpy. There it came again. A bit jumpy, kind of missing a beat every so often. It's not done it for a while now. I think it's the fuel. It's the same fuel since 2019. I did put 20 litres in it this morning, so I think it's kind of mixing a bit of old crap fuel and some normal fuel now. And it's running a lot better, so it's not doing it as often as it was doing. It was doing it quite often as I pulled out the workshop, but it seems to be all right now, but it is doing it every so often. So I'm hoping that's going to be all right. Other than that, I feel fairly confident. So we're about 5 minutes away from the testing station, so I'm hoping this kangaroo petrol disappears, at least long enough to do the MOT. Compared to Alice, incredibly quiet. Alice is so noisy, but this is really quiet. It's quite nice to drive. Right, so here we are at the test centre. All I have to do now is send an SMS to them to let them know I'm here. I am actually about 15 minutes early, but I'm going to send an SMS and let them know I'm here, and then I'll be called in. Right, it's our turn. First MOT in about 4 years. Well, I've got the paper And it's a pass. It went through. One advisory, and that is the brake discs. They're not looking fantastic, and that's because it's been stood since 2019. So they're not looking good. So that is an advisory on that. I've also got a brake light that's not working, which wasn't working earlier this morning. And it looks like it's still not working now, even though it was working when I left the workshop. So she's passed. She is now totally road legal, which now means somebody else can get this fantastic car. I've got one advisory, and the advisory is that the front brakes are rusty, or have been rusty, which I can totally believe, because this car's been stood since 2019, as I've said before, and I've only driven it from here to the test station and back again. So I've not done a huge amount of braking on these brake pads to get them clean. So I assume a few more miles on this car and the brakes will be fine on it. Other than that, absolutely nothing. A complete blank paper apart from one advisory. So I count that as a massive win for this car. That makes her one step closer to getting sold, and that's coming up really, really soon. Now, talking about going for a drive with her, I've got a couple more appointments for this little red car, and one of them's happening in a couple of days. So for you guys, it's going to take about 1 second. For me, it's going to take about another couple of days, but I'll see you in a couple of days. So we had a little trip out this morning, and we are at bilvård in Luleå, and they're going to clean up this disgusting interior. So I'm going to leave this car here overnight. They are going to do their magic, and we'll pick it up tomorrow and we'll have a look how it looks inside. Right, so I've just got her back from bilvård, and I can tell you sitting in the car, what a massive, massive difference. It looks and it smells amazing in this car, and it didn't smell amazing before, I can tell you that much. There is not one single dog hair in this car. There's no signs of any kind of aging in here. Even the roof lining is absolutely pristine condition. This car looks absolutely amazing on the inside. They've obviously taken the mats out of here. They've cleaned the mats. They've then shampooed and cleaned the carpets. They've even shampooed and cleaned the seats. The rear seat they've removed and cleaned that separately. The boot floor has been cleaned, obviously. The mats, carpets, even the door cards are absolutely brand new looking. So this car looks and smells absolutely amazing. So a massive, massive, massive thank you to bilvård, who have done this job. I'll leave all their contact details down below. If you want your car cleaning and making it smell and look absolutely amazing, you need to give these guys a ring. They're in Luleå and they do an amazing, amazing job. But that's not the last we're going to see of Pro Bilvård. This little Fiesta is going there again in another couple of weeks. I'm not going to tell you any more about that, but you do need to keep your eye out for that video. I've got one more secret up my sleeve for this little car before it goes up for sale. So if you want to see that episode, and obviously you want to see that episode because who doesn't, this is going to be hopefully the last episode before this car gets sold, and some lucky owner is going to end up with this car that absolutely looks and smells gorgeous. So if you like what you've seen in this video, you want to see some more, press that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.